So I bought 2 of these collapsing hoses. They're supposed to get bigger and expand when they're full of water. Then when the water's removed, they go back smaller. So I won't have that reeling the hose problem anymore. The green one is a V&V brand. It's 50 feet long. It comes with a little cheap plastic holder, but it's probably still serviceable. Comes in a little plastic bag with 3 extra washers, a nice nozzle, and also a cutoff valve. The blue one is also a 50-foot hose. The brand is Angels 44. It comes with a nozzle, but it's pretty cheap. I'll show you that. It also comes with a shutoff valve and a little valve. I bought these because I was tired of lugging the big heavy hose up on the porch to water plants and hose the porch off. And I'm also trying to avoid rewinding a hose. They're called expandable hoses. I guess they're focusing on what they're going to do, and I'm focusing on what I'm not going to have to fool with when they collapse. So this one comes with a hanger. Probably going to give that to my mom because she has some of these that I picked up for her from Ollie's. And I kept going back to Ollie's trying to find the same thing as she had, but they never were in. So this is pretty heavy. Feels pretty sturdy. This one comes with a nozzle. Looks pretty good. Has extra washers. Always helpful. And a nice little bag that the hose is never going to go in again. Expandable garden hose. A few tips to get you started. Stretch the hose to release the tightness. Make sure the rubber washer is firmly placed inside the female end. Ensure to connect the female or tap adapter to the water source to prevent leaking or pulling off. Turn off the hose sprayer or valve so the water may fully expand before watering for the first time. Fill and extend the hose. Slightly stretch hose to release tightness and outer covering. After hose is fully expanded, take the hose to somewhere needed, not pull. Do not use or drag hose on rough concrete or sharp edges, may damage it. Hose should be used within the range of the length. Do not pull hard. When finished, turn off the sprayer valve and then do not pull back the hose to the water source. Turn off the supply and drain the water completely in the hose. Warm warning. Don't use it to drink water. Don't use it in extreme weather. Don't pull on it. I guess in the wintertime I will be putting the hose up and possibly back in the bag. Now let's see the other one. A little friendlier opener. This one was a little bit cheaper. It feels a little cheaper, but I'm really not looking for these to last over a season. That's what my mom told me. So this one has plastic instead of brass. It feels a lot thinner. It's got the little plastic switch off. It also comes with a nozzle, but this nozzle is way cheaper than the other one. So this one definitely is a better nozzle. It's far heavier. Here's a comparison of the shutoffs. Ooh, can't do that one with one hand. Okay. Yeah, that one's harder to turn. There's the other end. This one already has a washer in it. This one, it's hard to tell. There's spare washers with the blue one. Then comparing the hoses, you can see the difference. That one's much thicker. This one's thinner. So far I'm thinking that the green one's probably the better buy. The blue one has no instructions. No extra washers. Yeah, it does have a washer in there. One's ready to go. Washer. That one's ready to go. Now let's stretch it out. Isn't that weird? Looks like a snake. Wow, see how she does. And it's stretched all the way. That far. Yes! It works! Let's check these spray patterns. A lot of patterns. Forget where I started. Nice. Check in the text below this video and also in the comments section. I'll provide a link for either this exact product or something similar. It helps me out if you use that link. Thanks a bunch. So that shuts off the water too, if you don't have a nozzle on the end of it. It's a nice little feature. I like this one. So my mom's, when you cut the water off and then spray the rest of the water out, then it collapses back up. Isn't that crazy? It's alive! That is so cool. So I'm about 5'2" or 3", and this is how long it is when it's collapsed. Very lightweight. Oh, it was already on. Let's get you off. Alright. Also expanding. And the blue one expanded about the same distance. This one feels much stiffer. It wants to bend instead of just behaving. And the jet doesn't seem as strong as on the other one. It's kind of erratic. It goes a long way. But having handled the other one, this one just feels so cheap. Kind of inconsistent. I recommend the other one. That also cuts off the water supply. Let's see how this one collapses. So one thing about these, they spray for about 60 seconds while they're collapsing. So you can actually cut the water off. Still keep watering for about a minute later. 59 seconds. Again, I'm about 5'2", 5'3", and this is how long the blue one is once it's totally collapsed. After using both hoses for a couple of days, I highly prefer the green one. The blue one is serviceable, but I would encourage anyone to spend a little extra money and go for the green one, the green brand. If you'll check on the text below, then I will provide a link to the exact ones I bought. It helps me out a little bit if you use those links. This one can just live at this end of the porch and be handy for when I need it. This one can live on the other end of the porch and be handy when I need it. Thanks for watching my video about the collapsible hoses. Remember, it's free to like, subscribe, give the video a thumbs up, share the video if appropriate. Remember, if you'll check in the text below in the comments, I'll provide a link so that you can buy these two products or something similar if these are no longer available. And until next time, let's just help each other solve problems. Bye. Give the video a thumbs up. Watch another video. Thank you. Bye.